Hey, this is Neve Arthur, the stay-at-home family, with today's edition of the Scientific Happiness Project. So today, I was talking to a friend the other day about how sometimes we will have a weird feeling around a certain topic, and we don't really know why. We just know that we just don't feel good about it. And through having a discussion together and through some of the, kind of NLP stuff that both of us have looked at, we were able to kind of dig in and understand where this was coming from a little bit more. You see, anytime you have a weird, unexplainable feeling about a certain topic, I'm not talking about those unexplainable feelings that your body is just sending to you, but when it's around a certain topic, when you think about a topic, and it makes you feel sort of just sick to your stomach or just kind of ugh. Usually that comes out of some kind of generalization, some kind of generalized belief that you have around it that you haven't really nailed down. So, I mean, a lot of the people who watch this Scientific Happiness Project are in home business or have some kind of entrepreneurial thing going on. So a good example would be like, say you placed an ad once and someone gave you some kind of negative feedback around the ad. Now, if it was like targeting a very specific group of people, then every time you think about that group of people, you might feel sort of ugh. And it's only because that one kind of negative thing that happened got associated in your mind to the entire group, or to the entire advertising platform, or to the or advertising in general. When we take one feeling and generalize it around an entire topic, what happens is we get these kind of weird residual feelings that are kind of hard to unravel, and then we find it hard to move forward again in that same space. So in order to help your mind with this, you need to just create some distinctions. Start by asking yourself, am I carrying a certain belief? That belief might be, every time I advertise there, people are going to say nasty things to me. Now, that is a complete generalization, because what's happened is that happened once. Now, does that mean it's going to happen again and again and again? Not necessarily. Possibly. We just don't know the future. We cannot keep using the past to see what our future is going to be if we want to create change. That's just dragging your past into the future. So you need to look at what actually happened and what did you make it mean? What belief did you create out of what actually happened? And when you can distinguish that, you understand that you brought to it some kind of belief or generalization, because that's how we map the world. We talked about this the other day. Sorry, my son is crying, but he's okay. He's got his dad. So yeah, we map the world based on generalizations. That's how we have been able to take in so much information and still actually function in the world, is by generalizing, distorting, and kind of creating views out of small things that happen. But if that small thing that happened has created a view that is not serving you, that is giving you a kind of icky feeling around a topic that you need to move forward in, then unravel the generalization and come up with new ones. So the new one that you could have is looking at everything else that happened around that same topic. So did you get other leads from that advertising space? Did anyone say anything good to you? Did you learn something through that? Because every bad experience that we have, we also learn something through. And take that as the thing that comes out of it. And you know what? You probably will still feel scared, but you get rid of that icky, nervous, unsure feeling when you can go, oh, I created a belief that everyone in that ad space is going to hate me based on one experience of someone saying something bad. And then you can look at it and say, well, is that true? No, that's not true. It's just a feeling. It's just something that you invented. And when you realize how much you invent stuff, it actually really frees you up, because it means that you don't have to believe this stuff that you've invented. You can look at the evidence and come up with a different belief. And I used to think that that was really hard and you had to work really hard to change your beliefs, but you don't. You just have to have a view on what created them. And if you can look at that and feel stupid, Like, no offense, I don't want you to feel stupid, but if you can look at it and go, oh, that's so ridiculous, and laugh at yourself that you created this feeling and this belief out of one little incident. And it can relate to absolutely any topic. This can be absolutely anything. It could be that once you went to a restaurant and then you caught a cold the next day, and then you associate that to the restaurant and you never ever want to go out to dinner anymore because restaurants make you sick. You know, that's not going to serve you very well. There's all kinds of ways that we do this, and I was a big one for this when I was younger. One thing that really helped me when I was young is I had a very, very bad experience around the age of 16 of having obsessive compulsive disorder. Well, extreme anxiety around it. And I had all kinds of generalizations and all kinds of things I could do that would make it all okay. But then it got narrower and narrower and narrower, because anytime anything bad would happen, I would have to narrow in on what made me feel safe. What it meant was, to climb out of that at the age of 16, I had to unravel these generalizations that I had made and realize that they were ludicrous. So when you can look at your thinking and realize that it's sometimes really crazy and silly, and just the human mechanism of making generalizations so that we can understand our world, it frees you up. You can believe so many different things. So look for things where you are generalizing, where you are taking one or two incidences and making it into a belief that you're sticking to. And anytime you can give that up, there's so much freedom there for you. And there's so many changes that you can make. And there's so much you can do with your life when you can give up these beliefs that you've created around things that have happened in the past. So something to think about. Have an excellent day. It's Friday, so I will see you guys back on Monday for New Scientific Happiness Project. Make sure you've liked the Facebook fan page and subscribed to the YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.